All right, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Quick Sticks. I am here with James Wells. How we doing, James?
All good. Excited for rounds 3 and 4.
I know this one took a lot more research, I will say.
For sure. Easily.
So we are back. Obviously, this week we're doing rounds 3 and 4 of our mock draft. We're finishing it up tonight. Before we jump in, we did want to discuss something that's been going on recently, and that is the Chris Gray situation. So for those of you who don't know, Chris Gray, attackman for UNC, just broke the all-time NCAA Division I record. Yep, very well done for the most points.
Yep.
Past weekend, I believe the record was 400. He just hit 401.
That was it. Nice question mark.
Previously held by Mr. Lyle Thompson. There's a lot of debate going on right now about this. So Chris is actually in his 5th season in the NCAA. He spent 2 years with Boston University, transferred to UNC. Due to COVID, he had a 5th year of eligibility. So, James, you've got one side of fans saying he broke the record, he's the GOAT, congratulations. And then the other side is saying this doesn't necessarily count because he had an extra year as opposed to Lyle, who got this done in 4 years.
Right. Right.
What side of the fence are you on here?
So I don't think we should take away from a college lacrosse player scoring 400 points in his career. I really don't. I feel like that's unfair. I do think that when the record's spoken about, it should be given some context behind it. It should say next to his number, there was an extra year. Because the bottom line is, if Thompson got another, like, how many games in the season? Let's say 15, if not more. If Lyle got that many more games, I mean, we were talking about it before we got on, but like, I don't think this record gets touched. I don't think Chris Gray even has a chance. So Chris is the all-time points leader, like per se, but I think it needs to have, I don't want to say like an asterisk next to it. I hate saying that, but I really do feel like people need to know he had an entire extra year. It's not like he had a couple games. So what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I don't want to take away from Chris Gray, but I think this does need to have an asterisk. I mean, you're talking about circumstances that hadn't been seen until COVID. I mean,
It's true.
It was a wild factor added into everything going on in college sports. But yeah, I mean, why should he move above Lyle just because he got to play at 5th year? So
because that entire top 5 list looks different with another 6th year. I mean, for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like you're saying, that record, if Lyle plays a 5th year, is approaching 500 points. Maybe.
Easily. I mean, he was averaging sometimes 6-7 points a game.
So, yeah, I mean, if Lyle,
I think an asterisk might be the right answer. Yeah,
I think it is. I think Chris Gray is a lock for the number 1 pick this year. I believe he's the best player in college right now. But reading on Twitter, it's interesting. You see, obviously, a lot of Homer UNC fans saying,
"Oh yeah,
he's the GOAT, he's the greatest, he's better than Lyle," all this stuff. But
oh my God, easy.
I hate UNC, so it's
that's evident. But like, I don't think it takes away from Chris to have the asterisk.
No,
I just think it's a reality. I think, Chris, you are the best college lacrosse player, but I think it wouldn't hurt anybody for it to say 405, 407. Number reflects 6 years of playing. Because that's important. So congrats to him, but at the end of the day, there's context needed around some records. I think this is now one of them, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But regardless, congratulations to Chris. That's a historic feat to reach, so well done.
Yep.
So jumping into the draft, before we get started, we do have one announcement. We just announced on Twitter, Drake Porter, former goalie of Syracuse, is headed to the Cannons fresh out of the player pool. So that might switch up our mock drafts. I don't think we had a goalie to the Cannons in the first 2 rounds because they only had 1 pick.
We did not.
I think we had them taking a face-off guy.
They got a face-off guy. Yep, they got a face-off guy. But they I mean, I don't know. Morocco's he's the guy. I don't know. I'll take him over.
See how these next 2 rounds go.
We'll see. Okay.
So let's go ahead and jump in. So we're on round 3. Just like the first 2 rounds, we got the Chrome starting us off. So I'm actually going to start this off. So I'm going Mr. Brendan Nickturn, attack from Army.
Wow. Strong guy. Big guy.
And I'm actually going to put B Nickturn because this font is huge. But, I did struggle with this one just because we had the Chrome taking Chris Gray.
Yep.
But then I thought about, they've lost a few attackmen
Yep.
already. So, I mean, the main one being Jordan Wolf, obviously, to retirement. So I really think you don't have that X presence right now. The main thing for Chrome is to get help for Colin Heacock this year. So
It's true.
obviously Chris Gray is going to be a huge part of that. But if you can get a third one in there like Nick Turn, I mean, that immediately becomes a conversation of the best attack in the league right now.
Nick Turn and Heacock on one side is a nightmare.
That's what
Truly.
I'm saying.
It's a nightmare to rotate too. Both
Then
big
you
guys,
add
big
Chris Gray
shooters.
on the other side.
Right, who's probably playing one-on-one on the backside, which he'll eat that up any day. That's a
Yeah.
good pick.
So
It's a good pick. I'll give you that.
I'm doing it. So let's
Love it.
move on. We got Archer's second overall. Who you got here?
I got Mr. Zach Cole, St. Joseph's face-off guy. So he's the next face-off guy behind LaSala and Lehigh. Their face-off guy, can't even pronounce his name. This might sound crazy, but he's 60% on his career. And if his career ended right now, he'd be seventh all time for face-off. So it's very good. And
Wow.
the Archers have obviously moved on from Kelly. And I basically said the Archers offense has way too many weapons to not have a solid face-off guy. I mean, I don't want them to end up having a story like Maryland. You go to 3 national championships and you can't win because you don't have the ball. So the Archers eat the rock.
Yeah, I mean, as a player on the Archers, can you imagine if they don't draft a face-off guy? Like,
I mean,
what is your thought process of your coach seeing that?
Like, especially now that TD is going to be back and you're going to have to go against Trevor a couple games, you don't win those games. It doesn't matter how good.
I mean, you're going to end that game in single digits.
Yes, easily. Or I mean, you can obviously try to turn the ball over. I hope your goalie plays on his head, but like, if you're going to go deep in the playoffs in the PLL, you got to have a face-off guy. Got to have a face-off guy. So
no, I love that pick. I think I actually could see them taking one earlier, but if they 100%. Get to the third round and don't 100%. Have one, they're 100% taking.
I mean, this is all based on if LaSala and the other guy go back to college. Like, that's the only reason I picked that.
That's a good point. That would be a nice little kink in our mock draft here.
Absolutely. Who you got for the Woods?
I am going with a trade.
Wow. Okay.
I am going with a trade. We have not done any trades yet.
Right.
And there's no way this draft is going to be a straight up draft. There's going to be a trade.
Agreed. There's a trade every year.
So I'm going with the Water Dogs to trade up to this spot. And so they're going to give the Redwoods their 6th pick in this round, as well as goalie Matt DeLuca.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the Redwoods trade back to 6 in this round. They get Matt DeLuca. Probably a backup, but could fight for the starting position. Water Dogs are taking Asher Nolting.
That's a good pick, man. That's good. God, messing up my whole draft with one trade. Okay. All right. So I need to adjust my rounds.
Yes, you do.
By the way, Asher and Ryder Garnsey on the line is going to get more penalties than like DeMarcus Cousins.
That's so true.
Like, come on, man. They chirp every single time they're on the field.
He's okay. High Point?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
So that's a little kink for you. I wish I could change the logos. I can't do that. Maybe when I edit it, I'll do that. But
yeah, so that's fine.
Water Dogs here, but
yeah, flip that. So wait, so my 6th pick now is Redwoods.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm not changing it, so good.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll get you back right here.
Oh God. Wait, what?
No. I just can I add a little tidbit about Mr. Asher?
Yeah, what you got?
So I obviously had him at some point in my draft because you know how high I am on this kid. He's top 10 all-time scoring. He had a 44 and 48 season in 2019. I didn't realize though that there's been some years that he's had 60 to almost 70 turnovers because at some point, especially beginning of High Point's kind of get up, he was the only player out there. So just to make sure Matt gets mad every episode, I said he does have a turnover problem, but the Whips will have more support than his college did at their highest point. So
okay,
that still not a bad one. Gotta throw my dad joke in there. Not bad.
I'm not even going to acknowledge it.
You have to.
No.
It'll be the high point of the episode. All right. So
Apologize to our viewers out there.
Sorry, guys. If you guys are driving to work or something, I'm sure I'm not making this better. All right. So, man, just change everything here.
Yeah, I didn't really think about this. This now affects your pick, so I'm
No,
sorry about
you're
that.
good. So that was Redwoods and Water Ducks. So, I'm still 4 Whip Snakes. That doesn't change for me. Okay.
No, yeah. So you got Whip
Yeah,
Snakes. So 6 is now Redwoods.
Okay. For the whips, everything that I've read said they need 2 things. They need a dodger from top. They need somebody who's unselfish because they have so many good attackmen. My winner was Sam Hanley, Penn State midfielder.
Damn. That's a good pick.
He's 6'5", 230, and on this season, I said he's unselfish because he's 27 and 27. I mean, that's an unselfish guy. So,
wow, that's a great pick.
yeah, that would be fantastic for them, especially him coming downhill with Rambo coming up. Come on.
I mean, he's a Perkovic clone, basically.
He is. Obviously, his accuracy is that's good, but we'll see if he's that guy, pal.
His power is there.
Exactly, which is just an automatic rotation. So. Easy pick.
That's a really good pick. Yeah, I like that. All right. I am going to go with the Atlas here.
Yeesh.
Who have just a ridiculous number of picks in this draft.
Like they're like the Thunder of the PLL. What is this?
Well, the Thunder actually needed all those picks, but
that's true.
Actually, screw that. Atlas suck. All
yeah.
Right.
Shout out, Sam.
I'm going Kobe Smith, LSM from Towson.
That's good, man. I didn't even.
So
Come on, man. They already have Tucker Dirt. That's gonna hurt.
I know, but the midfield position is getting rather offensive midfield or just all around midfield positions kind of getting thin at this point. LSM this is actually a pretty strong draft for LSM when you look at guys like Bowen and Makar, Hudgens, Chris Fake,
Kennedy, Chris Fake, all those. Well, because a lot of those guys play close to college, but can definitely play LSM.
Yeah, so I mean, defense LSM, it's a strong draft. So I don't think they need technically defense, but LSM I could see them going after. And Kobe Smith, it could easily be a top 2 rounder. So,
dude, he is an absolute freak. He is like,
yes.
I saw his high school highlight tape is just him running through attackmen. And something that I realized, one in his tape and 2 I was reading about him is like when he comes over the midline, he has that like 2019 Jared Newman range. He's winding up when he comes up, and that's not even with the short field. You know what I mean? So like, I wouldn't be surprised if next year if they're going to give him the green light 100%. But it's either that or you're going to rotate off Eric Law. Do it.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to be open. So
yeah, 100%.
If you come up to the ball, you're leaving someone wide open.
I guess I can just say this. I actually had Kobe going to the Atlas at their last pick. So
in the second round?
Yeah. Or no. In this round, Atlas got the last pick here.
Oh, the last pick. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you meant their previous pick.
No. I actually had him going there too. So we were.
Yeah, I don't know. I look at the board of who's left at this point, and I'm thinking now is the point where I think teams are going to start to abandon the whole what do we need versus this is where like best player available kicks in.
100%. Especially a guy like Kobe Smith.
Yeah, and like top 3 picks, even if you don't necessarily need an attack, you're taking Gray, you're taking Moore.
Have to.
Wisnowski's even at 5 or 7, but
that's true.
From there, I think you kind of focus on what do we need. But at this point, I think guys like Nolting and Kobe Smith, if they're available, is you go back to best player available. You just take them.
I mean, it's hard to pass both these guys up because, I mean, like I said, Kobe Smith, I don't know his 40 time, but after watching him play a couple of games, I mean, he's definitely very fast, and his game's going to be literally suited for the PLL. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. All right, so let me make sure I have this right. It's the 6th pick, but I have the Redwoods.
Redwoods, right.
Okay. All right, so this actually works out. So I'm going to do Kyle Long from Maryland.
Wow.
Midfielder. He, like, sneakily, like, it's going to sound crazy, but he's one of the best creators on that Maryland offense. Some of their few close games this year, which has been few, it's been him down the side. I mean, dude, when I was at the UVA game, I mean, he was shaking dudes left and right. Every time he dodged, it was a slide. And he can finish around the net really well, and I feel like he would just be a great fit for the Woods. So, how long?
God, it's just crazy how many Maryland players there are.
It's not going to stop, especially with the COVID year.
All right, so For the Cannons, wow, this is tough. I've got two players I'm trying to decide between. So
What you got?
and again, I think this is not necessarily something they need, but I'm going Roman Pugliese from Maryland.
What?
And so I originally had him going in the second round on our mock draft, but then I traded it for Pete LaSala.
Wait, so we. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
So I took him out. So
Right.
I could even see a team trading up if they really want Roman, but this guy, I mean, I think in Paul Carcetera's mock draft, he was in the first round.
Yep, he was.
Which I personally don't see that happening. I think Roman is the best at his position, but I don't know. I don't know if teams are valuing the SSDM position that much right now. But I can't say it would surprise me, but I don't know. There's just too much talent in this draft, I think.
There's a lot of talent, but I really think that, I mean, just like NFL, just like NBA, it's a copycat league. And I really feel like a lot of people are going to get big, really good offensive midfielders and use them on defense as a short stick guys so that they can run transition. You know, like it makes so much. I mean, dude, it's a short shot clock, man. Sometimes you don't have time to get all your subs in, so it's great having a guy like Perkovic or something. So, all right.
Well, that's what I'm going with. All right, so let's who we got to wrap up the third round here.
So as I told you, I had Kobe Smith, and I feel like they still need that D guy. So I'm going to go with Ryan McNulty, Loyola, defenseman. This is what you get for the trade. This is what you get for the trade. This is on you.
That's not fair. Ryan McNulty is an absolute stud.
I know.
Is he defense or LSM?
He's defense.
Okay.
I think that's tough about him is because Loyola has really dropped off the map this year. He's just not talked about. But next year, when he's making these plays in the open field, everyone's like, dude, who's this Ryan guy? Like, he's been playing like this for years.
Yeah,
hasn't been that good.
I actually had him up there with guys like Brett Kennedy, Gibson Smith.
Yeah, he's
what'd you say?
Good. I said easy. He's good. He's not that good.
I think he's as good. So
wow.
He's another guy. If for some reason he goes in the first or second, it wouldn't surprise me. But
sure,
first it would surprise me, but second not. But wow. Yeah, I mean, again, if he's there when the Atlas pick at the 8th pick in this round, there's no chance they're skipping over him.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
No chance.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's take a look, see what we like as the best pick or steal the round here.
Okay, can I throw in not exactly a hot take, but just like a topic I feel like we should broach real quick?
Love it, yes.
Where do you think Tucker Dorovic is going?
Transfer, you mean?
Correct.
I don't know. I haven't looked too much at one where he's would want to go, but two also like who needs him the most.
Yeah, it's kind of. But I mean, dude, he's a scorer. He stretches the field. But I don't.
I mean, there's absolutely a huge market for him as far as want.
Yeah, I just like. Does he go to a team like Maryland where he's just a guy? Or
so that's kind of where I'm conflicted. Is I don't know if he wants to go to a powerhouse team and just be another player, or if he wants to go to kind of an under the radar school and be the guy.
Honestly, I feel like he goes to Chapel Hill. That was my first take every time.
I could definitely see him staying ACC for sure.
I will. Dude, if he goes to Maryland, I mean, he's obviously going to get a lot of like playing time, and he's going to be like one of their guys. But like, he's not going to be able to shoot the ball 20 times a game.
No,
that's not how Maryland works.
So, I mean, he might try. He's going to get pulled.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much talent there. So like, does he go there? You know, do you ring chase, if you will? It's interesting. So I just want to throw that up.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good question. I could see Chapel Hill. I could see maybe UVA.
Dude, he would fit so well in UVA.
He actually would. Now that I think about it,
like really well.
Shit, he might actually.
Oh, he might actually go to UVA.
I don't know. I don't see him going to Maryland unless he is just like strictly ring chasing, which I wouldn't hate on him for. But
not at all.
I think he just has more of that grit where I think he wants to be the guy.
Yeah, he wants to grind somewhere and be the guy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll be very curious to see where he goes.
And I haven't seen like an absolute like easy take. Like I've seen people say Maryland, and then a lot of people UNC, and then a lot of people are saying like he might drop down to like a high point for like his last year and just try to put up numbers and like do something with a new program, which
I mean,
it's kind of cool to do. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool to do. So not to mention he gets to be out of freaking Syracuse, New York.
that's true.
This
He's
is what
going
it is,
out
bro.
for sure.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's. Oh, sorry. The picks. You want Steele and best pick?
Yeah, either or you can do both.
Okay. Honestly, I think the best pick on this list is. I think it's Asher. I think that's the best pick.
I was gonna say Nick Turner, Asher.
I mean, I just know the way Asher plays, and I know he's going to feed off of Garnsey, man. I know that, and they're going to do those like one-handed passes around the goal. I mean, he's a great finisher.
Wait, he's on Water Dogs though.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. So
He's
I mean,
not gonna be on Rapids.
He would still have. I mean, the sauce machine.
True.
Right next to him.
Yeah, I think either of those are locked for best pick. I think Roman Pugliese might be the steal. Or Sam Handley, actually. Sam Handley might be the steal.
I think Sam Handley could casually have like a 12-20 season.
Dude, Sam Handley is so underrated. Yeah.
He's also huge. I mean,
he's enormous.
He's massive. Wow.
What do you say? He's 6'5", 230?
Yeah, 6'5", 230.
God.
I mean, the Nick Turn dude's also big, but like, dude, without the Chrome being healthy, I really don't know what they're going to bring in this season. I really don't. We haven't seen the true Chrome in almost 2 years now. Honestly.
No,
you know,
we haven't.
So,
yeah, I Chrome. My only worry with Chrome is, yeah, they're bringing a lot of pieces, but they just lost so many pieces.
I mean, Jordan is arguably one of the best creators
Jordan
lacrosse
and Ned Crotty.
history. Jesus Christ!
But
new generation.
It's a good round. All right, so round 4, final round here. We are back at the top of the round, and that's on me, actually.
It is.
So we're back with the Chrome. So I had them taking Ryan McNulty with this pick, but since he is gone, I'm actually going to go with Marcus Hudgens, defense from Army.
Okay.
And while I do like the guys that Chrome is getting back, like Giles Harris, and Nick Grill will actually probably play the full season this year.
For sure.
But,
wow, forgot about him. Wow.
Yeah. So I do like the Chrome's defense. I think this is strictly, it could certainly start, but I think this is more of just a depth pick because they've had so many injuries. So
Sure.
Marcus Hudgens, I think, is again is one of the top defenders in this very deep draft for defenders in LSM. So I think he's going to make an immediate impact, but I think Chrome focuses on defense in this round.
Yeah, and do you feel like, knock on wood, if something happens to JT or if he doesn't come back healthy, they kind of have a buffer with him?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure he will be healthy, but you have to plan for the worst.
Yeah, so it's insurance.
Wow. So I initially had Asher going here.
Wow.
To the Whips, which would be fun, but I'm gonna have a pick that you might like. I don't know, it might be a surprise, but I feel like the Whips are gonna take Joe Robertson, Duke attackman
from Duke. Wow.
Yes, I think
I actually love that pick.
Severely, dangerously underrated. Great finisher, really good shooter, good dodger, can create. I mean, he's literally done it all. He's just kind of been dwarfed by, they had that sophomore attackman and then a pretty quick midfielder up top. So,
wow,
it's a fit. It fits.
I mean, Joe Robertson's been there forever, but I think that's not that the Whip Snakes need it, but it's also just more of a leadership role on attack. And yeah. I think I would assume Gutterding and, Rambo are pretty easy to mesh with. So.
Oh, absolutely. But
I think, that would be a
let's
nice
say
addition.
something happens like it does last year. Rambo breaks his hand. He's out 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, at least
well, and that's the thing. So that's what I found myself looking at depth charts while doing this.
Yeah.
And you look at a team like the Whipsnakes and you're like, they don't need an attack. But I'm like,
Right.
they have to have
But they
depth at
did.
every position.
But they did.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
they were hurt that attack. That was a
right.
big issue.
So you
Right.
have to prepare for every position getting injured. So I like that pick. That's good.
Okay. Okay.
So Redwoods. Oh, I'm stuck between two players.
Did I take your pick on this one?
No, I have two SSDMs that I'm looking at right now. So I'm gonna go Ryan Hallenbach, short stick defensive midfielder from Notre Dame.
Wow. Notre Dame defenders are different.
That's what I was just about to say, dude. Notre Dame breeds defenders.
Yeah,
so
they also don't slide. Just don't get beat. That's their rule. Don't get beat.
No, I spelled his name wrong, but whatever. You guys get the idea. No, I think, yeah. So any defensive position from Notre Dame is probably a solid one, especially one that plays in that conference. But
right.
Hallenbach reminds me kind of Ryan Terefenko. His IQ is just insane when you watch him. And I think it's a guy that Redwoods can immediately slide in there to take on. He's the best on ball defender. I think he would be.
Sure. Do you know his size off the top of your head?
I don't actually.
I do not. I'm super curious. So kind of like what we were just talking about with Rambo. Jesus Christ, he is 6'3", 200. My God.
Damn, is he?
Yeah. He's from the Culver Military Academy. Wowzers. That's crazy. No, but I was thinking like the Whipsnake season's different last year. If they have an attackman that can at least, obviously they're not going to have a backup Rambo, but they're going to have somebody who actually can hold up. Like, what happens with the Redwoods when Perkovic goes down and now they have Ryan to maybe buffer them a couple of games? I mean, this could be difference in seasons, having this guy who's going to be just in case, because just in case kind of bumped Whipsnakes and Redwoods out of the playoffs. So.
Yeah, I mean, Redwoods obviously had quite a few significant injuries to TD and Perkovic and others, but yeah, I mean, that with how competitive this league is, and I keep coming back to that, these teams are one injury away from going from number one seed to out of the playoffs.
I mean,
it's like you have to be prepared, or else you're going to lose so much ground. It's wild,
and you can lose it so quickly. And
yeah,
I was watching one of like the replays from last season. And the Whipsnake record popped up. I think they were like 4-5. I was like, "What? The Whipsnakes were 4-5 last year?" I was like, "Well, that's what happens when Rambo's out." So.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen the movie. You need your Rambo.
It's true.
So all right. The Archers.
First of two Archers picks here.
This was actually a kind of easy pick for me. Good luck spelling this bad boy. Wheaton Jacobois.
Wheaton Jack Boys, damn, love that name.
Love this kid.
I'm gonna go Wheaton J just for.
I like that.
He's Notre Dame.
Yep. He is probably one of the best downhill, hands-free shooting on the run dodgers in college right now, and the Archers need to take any pressure they can off of that attack line. That attack line is great, but if they're able to just step up field and score versus Grant Abel having to throw a Patrick Mahomes skip pass through 4 sticks just to get a goal, it's going to make their season a lot easier. So,
yep, no, I agree. And I was watching Wheaton's highlights right before this, and I mean, this part of the season he's starting to heat up. Not that he hasn't been hot, but yeah, dude. I mean, just downfield.
It's all downhill.
Look out, yeah.
Yep. Left, right, down,
it's got
side,
gas,
and that's it. So I said hands free. You can get if you can get to the middle. So I'm super curious what your back-to-back Archers pick are going to be. So
I love the Wheaton Jack Boys pick. That is interesting. I don't know if I see. Well, I think they do. Who'd we have Archers taken? Who'd you have Archers taken in the 3rd round?
I had them Zach Cole face-off guy, St.
Cole.
Joseph's. Yeah.
Okay. I think they could use another midfielder here.
Okay. I'm going to call this the McDonald's pick. I like that.
I'm going to go.
Yo, there's a clock, homie.
No, there's not. I'm the clock. So, damn, that's so annoying because I was going to have them take Jack Myers, but I don't know if they would.
Yodo.
All right, I'm gonna go.
You
And
think
I'm
I
gonna
need
butcher. No, I'm not gonna go Jack
Myers.
Myers. I'll leave that for you. I'm gonna butcher this kid's name. Zach, is it Geeds? Geddes
From where?
from Georgetown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
I
if
think
it's
it's Geeds.
Geeds. Okay, so I'm gonna say yeah.
I like just
but
watched them.
he's SSDM from Georgetown.
Yep.
Um,
I feel like his stock will go up after the tournament because a lot of people haven't watched him. I'm not kidding.
I
A lot of people haven't
mean,
watched Georgetown. There's still been two.
well, yeah, and that's
you know,
I'm assuming that Georgetown's gonna roll through that tournament. So
like bad, like put up
I
17 goals and
yeah. So
only give up three.
I'm expecting Zach's stock to go up after that tournament. But as for now, um, the Archers don't really have an SSDM right now, do they?
Well, they have.
I mean, they have one, but
they have Brendan McNeil, and then they have Mark McNeil, and remember the UNC, the big guy.
Mark
And the
McNeil.
other
They have
Who's the other guy? They
They
just
still have
signed him
Latrell
to
Harris.
2024. Yes, him.
Latrell Harris.
They just signed him through 2024. He's actually they're both really good athletes and impressive short stick D middies, but stats wise, people score the most on the Archer short stick D middies. I just saw the stat.
There we go.
So
Justifies my pick.
Hook, line, and sinker.
All right, who you got for my water dogs?
Jack Myers.
I've got someone in mind that I think you're gonna pick, but
Nah, it's Jack Myers.
oh, true. Damn it.
Yeah, it's definitely Jack Myers.
Never mind.
Question: Did you know this kid's 6'4", 205?
Jack Myers is?
What
the hell, dude? There's something going on with cameras or something because
I know, man.
On the field, they need to get closer.
Dude, I think that's really it, especially when they try to follow the ball. Because when I saw it, I was like, no, he's not. I mean,
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, so I see Jack as not playing both sides as a huge defensive guy, but he definitely can kind of play both sides. You know,
oh, dude, I'd be so pumped if we got Jack Myers.
It'd be sick. I mean, that's a good pick, especially for all the athletes that Water Dogs have. So,
oof.
Jack Myers, my guy.
Love that. All right, for your whip snakes, or not your whip snakes, sorry, the whip snakes. I think they are going with a little help in net here, and I'm going Mike Adler.
Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you guys want to know what a homer pick is? That is a homer pick.
I almost went Colin Kurse from Rutgers, but I have Mike Adler right now above him, so that could change.
Yeah, they're taking the other dude. Come on, they're not letting Dookie come to Maryland. Kidding me?
I mean, they got Gutterding.
That's true.
You can't actually, with this draft, you could make an entire
you kind of
could
make
players.
yeah. Quick note about Adler. Do you think other goalies are going to adopt the paint inside the face mask that he's been doing?
So I don't know when he started doing that, if it was at the beginning of the year, if it was midway through. I think it was partially through the season.
Sure.
Whatever he's doing recently is working. So
lights out, dude.
Yeah, like standing on his head. So
every game on his head.
Yeah, I'd be curious to, and I would love to actually get him on solely to ask how much of a difference that actually makes.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it. So I want to say it does, but I also have a hard time believing no other goalie has thought to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of how these things come about.
We'll have to ask him, Mike, if you're listening.
Yeah,
we want you on. I'm gonna tweet at him.
I feel like
need to know.
I feel like goalies in particular, one, they're like so eclectic, if you will, with like the things they do to kind of get themselves in like the zone. Because goalies are weirdos. I mean, they are. So I feel like
it makes total sense.
They have to try these like, oddly peculiar things. Like no one's seen a goalie come out left-handed around that side of the goal just to make the pass harder until Galloway did it. Galloway was good left hand, right hand, and like he changed everything. I mean, he started wearing sweatpants. Every goalie wears sweatpants. So like, I feel like it. It's just somebody has to start the trend. One set.
Yeah. And I could see.
There's that guy.
We'll see. I mean, if we start seeing other goalies with some fresh paint in their helmets, we'll know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the reality that Mike is just playing well, and he also puts paint on his face mask. But
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know if those two are mutually exclusive.
Causation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, let's wrap up the draft here. Last pick for your Homertown Chaos.
Yeah. So this was actually the fourth round was actually kind of easy for me.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go Alex Simmons from Denver. You're never going to guess where he's from.
Maryland.
Canada.
Oh.
Wait, he's another.
Is he midfielder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he plays limited both. Ready for some fun stats on this man. 55 points last year, and he shot 40% from the field.
40
on 55 points. That's insane. That's accuracy.
What is going on?
I don't know. I mean, it's the Canadian, man.
That's seems wild. Like something that guy from Yale would have done, who had the overtime winner against Harvard.
Oh my God, we might have to show that.
You know, I had to mention that,
dude. I don't want to talk about that. I was
so
so mad watching that game.
Since you guys didn't see, James sent us a snap during that game, and was freaking out that Harvard would not slide to this guy.
I was more upset because, like, Quick Kesnick went on a 5-minute rant talking about the range this guy has. He's hit 2 bombs already. They're gonna have to get on his hands, and they're like,
literally rips out of bounds, gets the ball back, rips. Out of bounds. Third time, rips from 30 yards out.
Cash, and then the stick flip of the year.
Gloves off, everything.
Like Bobby Schmurda's hat.
Alex Simmons, love the pick. I obviously think I would really hate for the Chaos to get another Canadian, but
sure,
ours is doing something mighty special there. So
he is. All right. So what do you got, sir, for steal best pick? Talk to me.
I think steal has to be Jack Myers.
Ooh.
I think it has to be this late.
It's a good pick. Yikes, Ben Reeves and Jack Myers got on the line together. Ben Reeves won at Sporton. People forget about that.
That's true. People do forget.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's definitely my steal. I think best pick. I put Wheaton J. I don't know. Oh wait, yeah, Wheaton J. Sorry, Jack Boyce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think best fit is also either Jack Myers or honestly Alex Simmons is probably the best fit, but steal I would say Jack Myers for sure.
This is gonna be crazy, but dude, I really think that Joe Robertson pick is a steal. I really think it is.
That is a very good pick.
I really think it is. I actually want to add some context to this. I want to look up the stats last year. Because
I think, that actually is a good point. I think he just gets so overshadowed by Brendan O'Neill,
which and Nakai
is someone, and Nakai. So I mean, I think, and those are two people that there's no shame in being shadowed by. But I mean, Joe Robertson could be a captain immediately,
easily. I mean, he's a vet. 5'11", 190.
It's about my size.
Let's give or take.
I mean, it's close. Ballpark.
What's this thing doing? All right. Sorry. All right. So, Jesus Christ. So, 2018, he went 48-12. 2019, he went 18-42. 2021, 15-36. And this year he's 14-20.
Wow.
Bro, he had
20 assists?
Yeah, dude, he had 60 points his freshman year.
Damn.
He's also shooting, oh my God, he's shooting 46% shots on goal. His whole shooting percentage total in his career is 36%. Jeez.
Wow.
That's crazy.
All right, well, that makes that pick a lot better.
Yeah. So, wowzers.
Damn.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I love that this draft is only 4 rounds because you're still seeing just A1 talent right now.
Yeah, I read, I'm kind of mad that you didn't pick him, but did you read anything about Keegan Khan?
Not too. I mean, I know who he is. I didn't really read too much into him though.
So a couple of these had him. He's a midfielder that played attack in college, but a lot of people say he's going to be dodging coming out of the box, and he can invert. Which, as far as I think last year, inverting was something a lot of teams adopted. And if somebody who's listening is knowing inverting, it's when midfielders take their defender behind and dodge from back there, where defensive midfielders might not be as comfortable. And they had him as maybe number 7 behind Brendan Curry in a couple of these. So I don't know, man.
I
I feel like there's gonna be some random ones.
Yeah, Keegan and Austin Martinick
Yep,
was
that's
another
who
one.
that's who they compared him to.
Yeah, Keegan, I think because he switched from attack, didn't he, to midfield?
Yep.
So I love the diversity of that pick because you can you could certainly put him back at attack. I think he'd be comfortable there, but
Sure.
Downfield as a midfielder, yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I think that's what's so cool about only having 8 teams right now is you're not only seeing top tier talent in the 4th round, but the player pool is also just filled.
I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
And so I think when PLL does expand, you're not going to have that as much. You're going to have obviously more kids in the draft.
Yep.
Player pool is going to be a little weaker, but right now, I mean, you could build a roster off a player pool and still compete in this league.
Honestly, I mean, that's basically what the Water Dogs did. I mean,
yeah,
they
have to, yeah.
Right. I mean, they took from the player pool, and they're we're at one point #1 seed, which is crazy. Dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. How many days are we at until the season? You got to be like at 30 something, right?
First week of June. Late May. It's first week of June. So yeah, a month, exactly a month.
Exactly a month.
I think first games are June 3rd.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's
gonna be crazy. So we do have draft in I think 6 days, May 10th. So next, what's today? Wednesday, Tuesday.
Yep, we'll be definitely tweeting during that.
100%. Yeah, we absolutely will. We'll probably be live tweeting during it. So
yep, for sure.
Just each pick, but yeah. So let us know what you guys think. Again, this will be on YouTube and Spotify. We got some great feedback from the first 2 rounds, so we will make sure this gets uploaded tonight. But definitely love to hear from you guys. Let us know what picks you like, which ones you didn't.
Send your hot takes. We want to hear your hot takes.
Always appreciate the hot takes. No dad jokes. You will be blocked if you send those. So
yeah, I'll let a couple through.
No. That's all we got for this week, guys. We appreciate you tuning in, and we will have an episode next week, probably after the draft. So we will talk to you all then. Peace out.